Craze had never seen such an object before. He decides to scan it to find out more about its origin. It seems to be some kind of sneaker from the planet Earth. What a crappy name for a planet. Well, Craze had nothing to do anyway, so he decides to take a closer look. Whoa, okay. Looks like the Earth is an inhabited planet. That could be interesting, even if the leading species looks really weird. And so he started the journey. Thanks to his light-speed drive, it shouldn't take too long. Sometime later, he arrived in the solar system. But while approaching the Earth, he noticed one planet in particular. He was almost hypnotized by the sheer beauty of the starlight lighting up the planet. And wait, what is that? It looks like some kind of construction has been done here. By analyzing the planet, Craze found out that there's a non-organic structure on the so-called moon. Craze was beside himself and went directly to the landing. And indeed, he could not believe his eyes. It seemed to be some kind of research facility. Curiosity made him immediately slip into his spacesuit to take a closer look at the structure. Slightly nervous, yet loaded with joy, he entered the lab, unsure of what to expect. What the fuck is that? Am I tripping? He couldn't believe his eyes. So there he was, in a room with a being from another world. It looks organic and mechanical at the same time. How's that even possible? Suddenly, the creature woke up from his sleep, overloaded with emotions, amazed, surprised, and happy at the same time. It started talking to Craze.
Hello? Are you real or am I dreaming? All these years I've been here so alone. I don't even really know what's real and what's not anymore.
Craze asked the creature, what happened here?
Oh god, if you only knew. My team and I were sent here for research purposes to prepare humanity for interplanetary life. However, the fuel tank of our rocket exploded during the landing approach. We could land with the capsule, but the return to Earth was no longer possible. Fortunately, the moon laboratory already stood when we arrived. It was a secret mission, therefore, the Earth was silent and never sent help. When my colleagues understood this, they all went crazy. No one survived. A few years, I can't even say how much, maybe 4 or 5, we managed to survive. But time caught up with everyone and made them crazy. However, I found my love and passion in botany, which gave me occupation and meaning. Through the years of living together with the plants, I went into a symbiosis with them to no longer feel so lonely. The plants are the only reason why my heart is still beating to this day. All these years I had to wish that someone would come to free me. Now it finally happened. Through the botanical symbiosis, I would probably live for centuries. I ask you from the bottom of my heart, please overheat the moon reactor of this laboratory, so that the water circle is disturbed and I can slowly fall asleep and find my peace. Please take this life seed with you and plant it on Earth, my home planet. All my memories, visions and dreams are in this seed. I want to be reborn on Earth. As a sign of my gratitude, I would also like to give you this miracle bag. It will make you fall into your void dreams when exposed to heat and inhaled. And therefore, bye my friend, I hope you make my last wish come true.
Craze is shocked by this harsh fate, and resolutely agreed. He can't refuse this wish, and he is happy to welcome his newfound friend back to Earth. Craze wasted no time on the way to the moon reactor. It didn't take him long to find the room, and shocked, he found the crew members lying in the corner, decomposed and in an endless sleep. What a horror must have happened here, these poor creatures. He did not let himself become distracted from his thoughts and went directly to the control panel. Without knowing the meaning of all these buttons and the risks of activating them, he decided to use the dangerously red lever, and indeed, it seemed to work. The beam became brighter and more intense until the core could no longer withstand it. It literally melted. And then, boom! The explosion of the reactor tore a hole in the moon base, and Craze, together with its content, was catapulted into space. Craze was probably enormously lucky. His spacesuit had no defect, except for a few burn marks. When he looked around, he noticed this strong, shimmering glow. The reactor was destroyed. What could still glow here in the vacuum of space? And then he saw it. It seems that the explosion of the lunar reactor revealed the core, which was in perfect condition. Only such a powerful energy can create something so beautiful. The core seems to be a kind of sneaker again. Lunar 1. The moon symbol even reflects like the real moon. Beautiful. Not to drift further into space, Craze grabbed the sneaker and was amazed by its beauty. The drive-by on the moon was worth it. A short time later, he arrived at his spaceship. Fully packed and relieved, he took one last look at the slightly battered lunar laboratory, with thoughts of the friend slumbering inside. He had made it. Now nothing stood in the way of the travel to Earth and the new birth of his newly met buddy.